let the world overlook. Turn pain into punchlines, life into the hook. Yes, in the chair, we breaking the mold. Every episode's heat, every message is gold. No gimmicks, no mask, just purpose and peace. When the lights come on, that real don't cease. Unpopular celebrities, yeah, we speak that truth so effortlessly. Live mic, no script, just energy. From the block to the base to the legacy. Unpopular celebrity. We ain't chasing fame, we redefining the game. Give light to the name that the system can't tame. Got the people tuned in, cause they feel our lane. It's the voice of the real, not a chase for acclaim. Mic check, then the vibe start to settle for a host. One stage and the truth is the metal. So before that show start, let the beat breathe steady. When you hear the name, just know we ready. Oh yeah. When you hear the name, just know we ready. Unpopular celebrities, yeah, we speak that truth so effortlessly. Live mic, no script, just energy. From the block to the base to the legacy. Unpopular celebrities.
Well, what's going on in unpopular celebrity land? Back again. Looks like it's just me. Usually when we start the show, we get on early enough so we can get all this stuff out the way. I guess today it didn't happen. So sorry for all the people on Instagram. You're just gonna have to catch the shorts later, or the reels, whatever the hell they're called over there. You got to catch those later. But it's just me. I got clothes in the background. It's been a rough weekend. It's been a really rough weekend. But we here nevertheless. Got an interesting conversation, interesting topic to talk about today. Philly's on here with me. Not sure where he's at. Let's see if he texts me. Nope. All right. So no communication whatsoever is happening right now. As we wait for more people to come in the show, I don't really have access to a whole lot of stuff on my end right now, which is pretty disheartening, but we're here. People on YouTube land, what's good? What's good? Hopefully everybody's good. Good Sunday morning. Mother's Day next weekend. I know a lot of people celebrate, take their mom out to places. Kind of interested to hear, like, what is your number one go-to for Mother's Day? Some people just take people out to eat. Some people take them to or cook dinner for themselves. Some people don't really do anything. So question in there, what is your plans for Mother's Day next week? All right, and give people a reminder too. Also, and then we have a poll that we're gonna start off. Let's see. Who will? No, we can't do any basketball stuff. We're gonna do that a little bit later. So I'll hold off on the poll. For right now. Anybody in the chat? Give me a what's up. Give me a 1. Give me a 2. Give me a 1, 2. Check 1, 2, 3. Wait Philly to come back on and we'll start the show. Let me see. It might be an error on my end. Nope, not an error on my end. So Philly's here. He's just not here. You would get all this stuff out the way pre-show. So when you come on live, it's good to go. But that's not what's happening right now. As y'all know, technology is what technology is. I do want to talk. So if y'all didn't know, a couple things. Number one is you guys can leave us a voicemail now, which is a little bit different than how it was done before. But you can leave us a voicemail if you don't want to type anything in the chat. We started this a while ago. we got a couple good feedbacks with it. So now we are officially live with the feedback. So that should be cool. You guys can go on the page and leave feedback for what's going on with the show. If you want to say anything, have anything you want to talk about, want to talk mess or anything like that, you could do that as well. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right, got a little question mark in there if y'all want to leave a question. Or excuse me, answer the question, not leave a question, but answer the question. Let me see. All right, cool. Yeah, it looks good. Looks like everything is good. Leave that question up there for a little bit and see how that's going with that. But like I said, man, good Sunday morning. Hopefully y'all are having a good weekend for the start of the work weekend coming up in a couple weeks or a couple days, couple days. Let me see if I'm frozen. I kind of look frozen on here. So let me try it on my end. That wouldn't be good. Nope, not frozen at all. What up? Oh man, Kevin Jenkins, bro. I ain't seen your name in a hot minute. Hey, Gene, you'd be happy to see. What's up, bro? The chat is working, so you could actually see it up there live. I'm not sure why. Let me refresh this. Why my stuff is not working. But I actually don't even need it up, so I can just close it down. I'll minimize it. Let's do that, just in case I will need it later. Oh, I have that one up. So yeah, I can just close that all the way down. What do I do with it? All right, I guess it's closed. Shoot. What up, Gene? What up, Gene? What up, Gene? How's your work week? We're gonna talk about security forces today. I know you wasn't really an actual cop, but we're gonna talk about it a little bit today. Should be an interesting conversation. If y'all didn't see what happened at Andrews Air Force Base, another interesting event. Let's call it that. Another interesting event took place. If y'all saw it, y'all are welcome to chime in. If y'all didn't see it, y'all got some time to open it up and see it. I am trying to. There it is. All right, let me close this out, and I should be good. Boom, and move this down here, and close this here. Man, got a lot of stuff going on. Like I said, sorry for the Instagram people, man. I forgot to go live on Instagram, so hopefully people on Instagram can join us over here on Facebook. We put out advertisement that we were going to have a guest today. Well, things happened. The guest had to reschedule. We will reschedule that guest. So if you guys were looking forward to that, it will not be happening this show, but it will be happening in a future show in about 2 to 3 weeks. So look forward to that. And it gives us more time to advertise it as well. So that should be fun and interesting with an interesting individual for the United States Air Force. So that should be.
If you just tell them who it is.
Well, they could look at it. They could look it up. But that would be fun.
All right, I'll tell y'all who it is. It's Kelly Curtis.
It's very interesting.
She is a Air Force Staff Sergeant and Olympian that competed in the last Winter Olympics in the skeleton event. So as Pete said, she had to cancel, unfortunately, but we will have her on a later show. If you've got questions or comments things you want us to talk about, you want to address to her, go ahead and start ginning that up now. Send it to us or have her ready for the show because it's going to be very interesting.
What up, Philly?
Good morning, man. Why would you not tell him, man? It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. I'm just being honest.
Why weren't you on the show when we started the show?
Because I was fixing something. Just like you fixing something. No point in me having be on the show if I'm in the back fixing something, you know?
What am I fixing?
You're not fixing the chat, doing stuff in the background?
That stuff on the show. You fixing TVs and stuff. That stuff should have been coordinated prior. That stuff should have been coordinated prior.
Good morning to all the Sixers fans out there. Go Sixers. If you're a Boston Celtics fan, I feel sorry for you. Y'all screwed the pooch last night. Y'all gave up a 3-1 lead against my boys. And I admit, I was not on the bandwagon. I was like, the Sixers are going to get smashed. But I do recall during the last podcast a couple of weeks ago when they first started, I said Sixers in 6. I just didn't really believe it. I just said it because I just thought it was pretty cool to get the Boston Celtics fans. But we beat y'all. And for people who don't know, the Boston Celtics to Philly is as hated as almost as nearly hated as the Dallas Cowboys. Most Cowboys fans are Boston Celtics fans. Shout out to Rob Roller. Shout out to Samel Brown. Shout out to Scott Roy. Y'all lost today, boys. Not this year. Y'all beat us every other year, but not this year. And I don't want to hear crap about, oh, we got 16 rings. Y'all got 2. Y'all ain't got no ring this year. Ha ha. Okay.
They also didn't have Jason Tatum.
I don't care. Hey, a win's a win. Did it say in the win column? Sixers win in 7, asterisk Jason Tatum. It don't say that, do it? Nope. I don't think so.
You know, sometimes people just throw that in there. You know, they lost their star player. I will say the age of basketball is being prominent where you live and die by the 3. Because that's exactly what Boston did, was live and die by the 3. There was, I don't know if you watched the game, but there was like 6 possessions in a row by Boston that they shot a 3-pointer. There was one possession where they shot a 3-pointer, got the rebound, passed it out, shot another 3-pointer, got the rebound, passed it out, and shot another 3-pointer. So the age of basketball is completely different than how I remember it. It is not even remotely close to being the same. It's almost unwatchable in my estimation. It's almost unwatchable.
I wouldn't say it's unwatchable. Maybe it's painful to watch. I mean, the playoffs is good. You can't deny the playoffs this year has been good. There has been a lot of drama involved.
I won't say a lot. There's been a couple. I will say there's been a couple of unforeseen circumstances, like Denver losing, like y'all winning. Minnesota being hurt, or Edwards being hurt, Lakers beating the Rockets. But the ones that we think are going to win, OKC, I thought Boston was going to win, so maybe not. OKC, San Antonio, they're going to make it to the finals. They have it ready to make it to the finals. Oh, you got a Sixers fan in here. Don't know your name because you're from Japan or China, one of the two.
Sixers.
If you're from China, please don't hack us. But that Magic game was diabolical. Yo, diabolical is not even the word. That was horrendous. That was absolutely just what in the freak happened. The worst game I ever seen in my life. And then you have a game 7 today with Cleveland, I want to say. Is it Cleveland? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Help me out. Never mind, I already got it pulled up. There's a bunch of WNBA games on. Yep, you got Cleveland and you got the Magic, both game 7s. So 2 game 7s today. One starts as soon as we get off, 12:30, or a little bit later when we get off. Then you have a bunch of preseason WNBA games if y'all are into that to watch. My girl Alicia Gray is playing. That's my girl. The Wings are playing the Aces, so my girl AZ Fudd is playing. That should be exciting. But it is preseason, so who cares? But anyway, WNBA taking back off. Ooh, the Mystics are playing. My girl Citron is
Go
playing.
Sixers.
My Citron is playing.
Go Sixers.
Did you hear me?
I don't care about that. Go Sixers.
Okay, but Citron.
There's only one true fan on this show, and that's me, not you. You are a fair weather fan.
I'm not a Sixers fan.
You're not a Norton fan. You just go with the dang win.
Oh, he's from Korea.
About the Hawks.
How do you say hello in Korean?
Konnichiwa.
No, that's Japanese.
Well, I don't know.
Hi.
Google it.
Hi, Song.
As a Korean NBA fan, it was a shock that Boston got. Why was it a shock? I mean, I'll admit maybe a little bit I was shocked. I was surprised too. I would be surprised too. However, I don't give 2 ducks that Jason Tatum wasn't playing. They were at home. They had a 3-1 lead. And last I checked, Jason Tatum did play some game. They could not pull it out. They had the nerve, the audacity to put Brown on Embiid.
Yeah,
on
that
Embiid.
was kind of crazy. What's up, Struthers? What's good with you?
Disrespectful.
I'm sure you're in the gym or about to go to the gym. But what's up with you?
It'll be interesting to hear your thoughts on this video, since you being a former defender. Be interesting.
Yeah, Charles Davis, the one who shot us the video, said that we should talk about it. So we're definitely going to spark some interesting conversation with that. I want to see if my girl Citron's playing, and it's not telling me. That is cause for pause. I'm gonna be pretty upset if she's not playing.
I don't care about that.
Okay. I thought you cared about the WNBA.
I do, but not today. not today.
Okay.
Not today. It's about the Sixers, baby.
Okay. Well, you know who y'all playing next?
We don't give two ducks about the Knicks. We don't give two ducks about the Knicks. Who gonna guard Embiid if he's healthy?
I'm about to say.
If he's healthy.
You know, it's funny because he hurt his knee and then just finished the gym. Lego. It's funny because you could always, like, Embiid be acting like he be hit by a car every time he goes down, man. He's just the most injury.
He is kind of soft. I mean, I'm impressed.
First, his side hurt in the third quarter, and then first of all, Tyrese Maxey is a dog. That dude is a beast. But then he falls into Embiid's knee, and his knee did hyperextend a little bit. But of course, it was a couple minutes left in the game. He wanted to finish it out. So then he wanted to hustle hard, dive for a ball, blah, 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 blah. My Hawks got destroyed just in Barry. Yeah, the Hawks did. Yeah, the Hawks. They are who we thought they were, as the famous quote goes. Sure. What's the poll? Would you like to say?
You put in the poll: should all Atlanta teams besides the Braves be banished to a lower league?
Okay, not gonna start that. I was actually gonna start a poll too, but not gonna start that poll. But yeah.
Only the Atlanta got is strip clubs.
If I remember correctly, it wasn't too long ago that Philly sucked. The Eagles sucked. The Phillies sucked.
Get the record straight, fam. Hey, pause. Get the record straight. Unlike y'all, we got championships. What y'all got? Just the Braves. That's it. Y'all ain't got nothing.
The 76ers have a championship?
We got 3, actually.
What years were these?
Get your weight up, man. Come on.
Was these in the 60s?
Come on, man.
Do the 76ers have championships, man? Shut the
duck up, man. You don't even know what you're talking about, man. We got 3. 3. Last one we got was 83. This here. This one. Dr. J, Moses Malone, one of the best championship teams in NBA history. 4. Real Sixers fans know.
First of all, they have it's 55, which it wasn't even considered.
First of all, don't try to make it sound like you smart. You went and Googled it. You don't know.
Of course. Who don't?
We got Stolen Valor here, y'all. He ain't no true sports fan.
You don't know the years of the championships?
Actually, I do. Thank you. We won.
Because it's on your.
83 was our last one.
Yeah. I said the years. I said the years.
How many championships did the Hawks win?
I said
How many did the Hawks win?
I'm not a Hawks fan. 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 I'm not a Hawks fan.
How many Super Bowls did the Falcons win?
Not a Hawks fan.
0. So ease up, partner.
I'm not a Hawks fan.
Jumping on bandwagons like San Francisco and the Lakers.
I do like,
You're a real fan.
I'm a Kobe fan. I'm a Kobe fan.
Yeah, exactly. You ain't a real fan. You're a fair weather fan.
How many of y'all are Kobe fans? And how many of y'all are Teams fans?
Excuse me?
I was asking the chat a question. Anyway, let's move on to the topic at hand, man. Luckily, I got the comments working. I don't know what's going on with this.
Y'all put in the chat if y'all Sixers fans. Put in the chat. You're a Sixers fan.
He got Chat GTP up to get that. All yeah, you got that
Exactly.
right. You damn right.
Exactly.
You damn right.
Exactly.
He a Spurs fan now. Yeah, hey, Chris. I'm not a Spurs fan, but I'm definitely a Wemby fan.
Yeah, he gonna be a Spurs fan. Watch.
Definitely a Wemby fan. I don't like teams no more. I really don't, especially not in basketball. Football, I'll stay with Atlanta, but I'm not like a huge Atlanta fan. Like I'm not watching all their games and stuff like that. I watch them from time to time, but not a huge fan.
Why you an Atlanta Falcons fan? Tell me.
Because the Dirty Bird.
No, I think he was a Falcons fan because of Mike Vick, wasn't he?
Well, they all came around the same time. They all came around the same time.
Flyers, Eagles for life, baby.
Who are the Mixers? Is that a new team?
Man, the Sixers, man. Don't disrespect my man.
I'm reading what it says.
I know what you said, man.
The M is nowhere by the S in the type on the keyboard.
Chris, this
so I'm like, what's a mixer? Mixers, Flyers, and Eagles for life. Hey, cool for you. Cool for you. I mean, Eagles had their championships. You know, Eagles.
What you mean had? What you mean had? You know what? Maybe we should switch the topic because you're getting worse and worse. You're getting mad reckless.
Wait, whoa. Did y'all win? Are y'all the reigning champions? Are y'all the reigning champions? Are y'all the reigning champions?
Your team got
0.
Exactly. Already did. Already did.
Wait, is what I say wasn't accurate? Is what I said wasn't accurate?
What's that? What you talking about? What you said is a lot of stuff you said. You acted mad reckless.
I said
mad reckless.
Eagles were the champions because y'all are not the champions.
How many Super Bowls we got? How many Super Bowls we got?
What I said was completely accurate. That's all I said. That's all I said. That's all I said.
No. First of all, you wasn't trying to state a fact. You were trying to be funny.
That was
wild
a
style.
fact.
That's what you trying to do. Wild style.
That was a fact.
You trying to be funny.
Oh, that's Sixers. Got it. I didn't know who the Mixers were.
Chris, you ain't got to explain nothing to him. I know what you mean, bro.
You want me to correct myself. I just want you, the Mixers. All right, new team.
Don't play. You know what he meant, man.
New team, the Mixers.
Don't play.
But anyway.
He know what he meant, man.
I don't know the last time the Flyers won a championship. I don't know anything about hockey. I'll be completely honest. I can Google that.
All you need to know is, does Atlanta have a hockey team?
I don't know. I don't watch hockey.
They don't.
Wait a minute. Now all of a sudden you're a hockey expert?
Last I checked, again, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad you're getting a real good look at what I deal with every day. Did I say I was a hockey fan? No, but I am a Philadelphian. That means Sixers, Phillies, Eagles, and Flyers. Even the Philadelphia Stars, I don't give two ducks. If it's from Philly, I'm rooting for it. Unlike these fair weather fans, like the person to my right or my left. That's right, I'm a fair weather fan. I don't give two ducks. And if you leave Philly, forget you.
So you don't like
Philly.
So you're not.
Where's your identity at, partner?
You don't
Where's
like
your identity at?
You don't like Charles Barkley?
Where's your identity? And yeah, I like Charles Barkley. He retired now.
He left the Sixers though.
That's fine. He's retired now. He's still a Sixer.
Interesting.
Once you're playing, when Allen Iverson left, we didn't give two ducks about
What about Donovan?
But once he left, he came back. We loved him.
What about Donovan McNabb?
It's like Terrell Owens. He played for the Cowboys and Niners. He don't claim them. He claimed the Eagles.
What about Donovan McNabb?
Same thing. He retired now. We good with him.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Reckless. He's on Philadelphia shows.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. I thought once you
man, get your weight up, man. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be a sports. Are you a sports dude or not?
Of course.
It don't seem like it. Suspect.
Of course. You know what? Look, here's the difference. Here's the difference. I am a sports fan.
But you ain't got no team.
Can I finish?
You ain't got no team.
Can I finish?
You ain't got no team. Where's your team at?
Can I finish? I am a sports fan. I know more about sports than you do. You know more.
Are you serious? You're saying, I'll bet you $100 you don't know more about sports than I do.
You know more
You don't
about.
even know the Sixers had championships.
I was about to say.
If you want to talk about boxing or UFC,
I ain't worried about him at all. I ain't worried about him at all.
Not football.
I ain't worried about him at all. I ain't worried about him at all.
Vernacular is garbage.
I ain't worried about him at all. I ain't worried about him at all.
You don't. Definitely you don't.
I ain't worried about him at all. I ain't worried about him at all.
You can park with that one, bro. You don't. You talking mad reckless now.
I ain't worried about him at all. I ain't worried about him at all.
I can do it too. I can do it all too. You need milk?
So the difference is I know more about sports. I will say Philly knows more about Philly teams and the Eagles specifically, and also the 76ers specifically, but in a whole holistic level of the NBA, NFL, I know way more about sports than he does. He might know how many championships certain teams have, but he does not know more about sports than I do. I am what you. Yo, sometimes that's what you have to do to get the point across. Sometimes that's what you have to do
Right,
to
that's
get the
fine.
point across.
And you know what? He ain't got to mute me. I'll just jump up.
So you gotta remember, Philly's sensitive. Hey, Rodney, Philly's sensitive, bro. You gotta remember, he's very sensitive. He's super sensitive. He's super hurt. But when you can't get a word out, that's what happens. He got super sensitive. Yo, that was hilarious. Let me see, Chris. I'll be the new Philly WNBA team fan as well. Is it 2030? Y'all two are hilarious. Yo, let me tell y'all, real talk, this dude really just jumped out and left. Like, for real. Like, he just bounced. Like, he's not even on here at all. We'll see if he comes back on, but he probably won't. But we'll get on to the conversation and we'll talk about it, see if he comes in or not. If not, it'll just be me. I have to change the cam. There we go. Just me. I have to go back every so often to see if he pops on, because I don't know if he will or not. But we'll just go to my cam. Now y'all get to just see me. If y'all didn't see, man, the security forces had a little, how do you call it, misunderstanding. They had a small, I'll just leave it like this, because if I keep changing back and forth, it's going to mess up the shorts. And we'll just see if Philly gets back on. We had, the security force had a small debacle or small incident where I'm dying. Yo, he just popped smoke. Like, I'll tell you, man, like, little sensitive. He gets his little feelings hurt a little bit, and then he just disappears. And now he's probably thinking about it or whatever. I don't know what he's doing right now. I don't care. But security forces had a small debacle out there, Andrews Air Force Base. If y'all did not see it, I want to show y'all the video and then go over what actually happened or what the issue or situation was with security forces. So let me see if I can get the video up and running. What up, Farrar? Newly retired. What's good with you? What's good? Let me see if I can get this video up and running as I do that. If y'all didn't see, it was at Andrews Air Force Base, basically what it was. And all right, boom, we already got it up and running. So we're gonna watch the video first, and then we will go ahead and talk about it. So let's go ahead and open this cam right here. So this is the video, Andrews Air Force Base. The sound will be muted so I don't get banned. And he pulled a Shannon Sharp. What's a Shannon Sharp? Oh, when Shannon Sharp was like that on First things first. Man, go ahead. Man, go ahead. All right. So let's play the video real quick. And y'all see a couple things now. Y'all know retired cop. So I understand a couple things. So y'all will see a couple things that is going on with this. So number one, you see this gentleman here with his gun drawn out. It says what the description is. We'll go over it afterwards, but we'll watch the video a couple times and then talk about it. Let me make sure I mute this so I do not get banned. So we'll mute this. So you see a couple security forces. It looked like he asked her, like, take out your gun. It's funny. It's very interesting because his name tag is not there, nor his rank. So you see her name tag and rank are there. His is not. Very interesting. Don't understand why. Very interesting. Keep playing. You see this on a Ring camera. Very interesting. So they both pull out their, it looks like their gun. I'm not sure if that's a taser or not. Let me see if I can go a little bit further. It looks like a gun. I'm not 100% sure. But he has his gun at the ready. And they're about to enter this house. Like I said, I got to keep the volume down to see if they're so I don't get blocked. But looks like an airman, A1C, going in there. Let's see what happens. They walk in. Faye Donovan, Alabama. What, you a senior in COA? Oh, please don't be in senior in COA. They got some stuff going on. Send DC to Andrews to get them situated. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but oh well, hey, good luck with senior in COA. Hopefully it's good for you. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, so they go inside the house. They basically say security forces go inside the house. Then you have two other personnel. So this is, as you can see, a lieutenant. You can see both. The lieutenant comes on. He has his gun out as well. The lieutenant didn't seem to have her gun out. Yeah, she didn't seem to have her gun out. But whoever this is behind her, usually I would assume that's the master on flight. But usually I assume that's who that is. As we go along, he has his gun out already. So I'm not sure what the call was. I'm not sure what the call was at all. And it doesn't really say. But as you see, they walk up, they park far away, which is what you're supposed to do. Looks like on-base housing. All right. So they walk up. And then as you saw at the beginning, they had their guns drawn. There goes the lieutenant running up, see if they get some help. And whoever this guy is, I think he got to be the flight commander, flight chief. She got to be the flight commander. He got to be the flight chief. Got to be. Usually the only reason they ride together. And then whatever happens, they walk off. Still, he puts his gun away. They walk off. He comes out, no gun out. Oh, shit. God dog it, Dominic. He goes out, got his gun out, and we can watch it from the beginning one more time. So he goes out, takes his gun out, puts his gun away, obviously. Nobody else out there on the streets. He doesn't have his gun out anymore. She's obviously putting hers away as well. This is all by a garage camera or ring doorbell camera. And then the next thing is, I think you see some more people. Looks like he's talking to the desk, maybe. Looks like he's talking on his watch, actually. And there goes the end of the video. So here's the interesting part. Let me text Philly, see if he's going to come back on or not. Because he would have some interesting takes for this. Let me see. All right. So interesting things with this is that, oh, let me go back and read. So kind of the description about what happened, right? So let's talk about what happened. So in the caption, now this is just one person's take. One person take. Said April 28th, Andrews Air Force Base housing. 4 security forces members entered the wrong home without knocking. We saw that. Without announcing themselves before their guns were drawn. Saw that. Yep. Pointed their weapons at the minor child who was home alone in school uniform, eating a snack. They frisked him at gunpoint, then told him it was the wrong address and left. No one asked his name or age. No one explained why they were there. When they walked to the correct home moments later, none of them have weapons drawn. They posted on the Airman's NCO page and there was a call at a different house in the area where someone had a knife. Okay, so I will say this. If somebody does have a knife, them having their guns out is totally fine. That's totally fine. Maybe a taser if they have one, but a gun is totally fine. Depending on what the call was. If somebody's calling like, oh my God, he's gonna stab me. Oh my goodness. Change my voice. Oh,
that ain't gonna work. Oh my God, he's gonna stab me. Help.
All right, then you can go ahead and have your gun out. If somebody just says that, my boyfriend is in the room, my girlfriend's in the room, they have a knife, they're about to stab somebody, but they're in a room, maybe a taser, but I mean, you don't want to get stabbed and die because the knife is something that could kill somebody. So I understand that. Let me see. Need more information. What the call was and what's the disposition of the subject. Did they get wings? Did they get wing approval to enter the dwelling? Great point. Who went around the back? Chris, you already taking me to the next part. Did anybody go to the back? Nope. 4 people just walked up. Now, remember, Chris, if somebody's saying,
he is about to stab me, help.
I understand they might not be able to have time to go to the back. But as we all know, you're supposed to pull up to the scene and listen. See what the disposition is. What's going on? If somebody's like, don't stab me. Yep, you got to kick in the door, go in. Obviously, the door wasn't locked, which is weird. That was weird. But you just go in the door and go. Minor child alone should have been corrected as well. True. Well, they said minor child, but then in the description, they also said that he, some of the things about the child, which I'll read in a second, that he didn't go to prom. So probably high school kid, maybe a sophomore, junior, or something like that. And they didn't want to go. So that's that. So I don't know how minor the child is. You're right. If it's under 12 or something like that, can't be left alone for so many hours. The mother did say they were an hour away, so I don't know if they went to the store. A lot of questions. In school uniform, eating a snack, could be high school age. Don't really know what time it is, but you're right. So somebody should have went out to the back. Like I said, they should have listened first, see if somebody was going to arrive. Or they could have all points, because if the suspect does have a knife and they're going to run, somebody needs to go to the back. Otherwise, you have a bigger problem. Now you're running down suspects and stuff, and everybody knows there ain't nobody trying to run, especially with the vest on and all that stuff. We ain't sitting there trying to run all day. We ain't sitting there trying to run. So that was that. Reading further into it, what's up, Brady? Regardless of the call, fight's on. They look totally unprepared for the situation. 100% right. 100% right. It's going to go back to training. There's some interesting things that we're going to talk about on this that came out. Remember, one side of the story. They have video evidence, but it's only one side of the story. Mother wasn't notified. Her son called her himself. So yeah, somebody should have stayed with the child, called the mom, and apologize to the mom for what happened. Now, if they're in the wrong home, there's 4 of them. Go to see the right home, because that happens sometimes. You go to the wrong home. Go to see about the right home, but come back. Double back. I mean, you just pulled a gun out on a kid. Whether they're 12, 17, 18, whatever, go back and check on them. All right? That didn't happen. It says she arrived nearly hours later to find officers still on scene, but the 2 who entered her home had disappeared. Hours later, I will say, or nearly an hour later, I won't say disappeared. Maybe they got called to something else. It's kind of harsh. Disappeared. She said at the security forces squadron, she was made to wait. Then loud music was turned on. She believed to prevent her from overhearing officers discuss the incident. Perspective, right? That's her perception. Loud music, all of this is perception, right? We usually have, you can't play music loud at BDOT because you have to hear the radio, dispatch things, blah, blah, blah. People can hear you answer phone calls. So you can't play music loud. I don't know where it was at, but if they're doing that because they're talking about the incident, I mean, they're talking about the incident, trying to figure out what the hell went wrong. I mean, that goes to anybody. If somebody says, hey, I'm going to call your supervisor, you're going to call your supervisor first and give them a heads up about what they're getting called at, what they're getting called for. Let me see. The first sergeant, shout out to the first sergeant. Oh, shoot, wrong one. There we go. Shout out to the first sergeant and security force commander. Both assured her that the 4 members were disarmed. I think she means that pending investigation, we're not going to be able to arm up. As I said, 4 days later, those same officers are still carrying weapons and no investigation has been initiated. No statement taken. No use of force reported, filed. No one has contacted the family. That's wrong. Russell was good. Caller hung up before the desk sergeant can get a unit number for the 4 duplex on base. Oh, housing. Unfortunate incident, but I take the safety of the general public and responding defenders seriously. I fully support our defenders. This incident response is currently under investigation, so can't go into Hey, I appreciate that. So if she's watching this, it is still under investigation. So if you are watching this, it's still under investigation. So you're saying it's not, like we said, one side of the story. Mr. Waite, thank you for the other side of the story. Really appreciate that. The caller hung up before they can get the address of the duplex. So they went to the wrong address. Here's my thing, Russell, and for everybody else, don't know if it happened because we didn't get this side of it as I continue to read on, as I will continue to read on. We don't know if the people, they went back. The officer should have went back and told them what happened, told the mom what happened. Should have went back to check on the child. And I'll say child because they could have been 18, 17, 16. Don't know, but should have went back to check on. I mean, you pulled a gun on somebody. Let's go back. Let's go back and check on them. Let's go back and check on them. It also says protocol failures. So let's talk about the protocol failures. No address verification. As Russell said, they hung up before they can get the address. That happens. No perimeter setup. No knocking. No doorbell, no prior announcement. Okay, if somebody has a knife to somebody, I'm not going to knock. That's one thing I'm not going to do. I'm going to listen first. If I don't hear anything, let's take this back. There's a couple ways this can go. There's a couple ways this can go. You should go there and listen first. 2 to 3 seconds, listen. If you hear nothing at all, depending on what the call was, it is your judgment if you want to knock or not. The kid is still in school as he does not want to go. Oh, the kid is still in school as he does not want to go to senior year activities nor prom send off. I feel horrible for the kid. All right, Charles, I agree. They should have went back to check. We're talking about should he have knocked? So I want to ask y'all what y'all think. Do you think he should have knocked? Do you think they should have knocked? It's a tricky one because depending on what the call is, depending on if I would knock or not. If I hear somebody has a knife, oh man, it's very tricky. This is very gray area. Some people say they should listen first. If you hear nothing, knock and announce yourself. or listen first, open the door and announce yourself, which is exactly what he did. Exactly what he did. He did announce, I know we can't play the audio, but if you go back and listen to it, he did announce himself. Not security forces. What does it say in y'all regs and TOs? Done. I can't tell you exactly what it says. I've been retired for, a few months. I've been at security forces a while. Hopefully somebody in there can comment. I know it says you park away so they don't know you're coming. You go up to the door. Somebody should go around the back and you listen. But there's such a thing as direct to threat. You go direct to threat. What up, E? No, listen, then observe, then announce, and enter. I see that. Charles Davis was good, not security forces, but the call was a potential assault. So what do you do? Okay, potential assault, I'm doing what they did. I got my partner with me, I'm going in. Especially assault with a deadly weapon, I'm going in. Just exactly as they did, I'm going in. Besides the call, is there any additional PC? If I didn't hear anything, I'm knocking in. See, hater, that's what I'm talking about. They went there, they didn't knock, they just showed up. He pulled his gun out, they just opened the door. Why the door was unlocked? I don't know. But they just opened the door. Davis, is the call is potential assault, depending on what the desk sergeant tells me, because of course I didn't hear the call. He's probably like, yo, you need to get to this duplex immediately. Caller hung up. Especially if the caller hung up, I'm there. Nice name, Peterson. Officer perception ranges at times, especially in a quick response situation. Definitely listen first, though. Yep, you're 100%. Listen first and then decide what's going on. Charles Davis said, how much training does SF get or do for calls like this? Is there training that SF does with off-base authority? Seems like maybe a lack of training. Let's go back to the video. I want to go back to the video because that's an interesting point that we do get training. There is training on these things. Do we train like that every day? No, because we don't face these situations every day. Bad thing is it's easy to quarterback a situation we didn't respond to. Hopefully they learn some lessons. Hater, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. It's very hard to quarterback these things. It's very, very hard to quarterback these things. It's hard to figure out what is happening in the situation. It's very hard to figure out what the call was. If we get everything from the start to the finish, when the caller called the desk sergeant dispatch, blah, blah, blah. Now it's a little bit easy, but you're 100% right. You're still Monday morning quarterback this thing. Still are. So that's that. With that, Davis, with training, like I said, we don't face these things all the time. I could probably name 5 or 6 times this has happened in my career. And depending on what base you're at too, depending on how often it happens. Is this a one-time training or is this a one-time training for calls or recurring? Really trying to know. Like I said, it depends on where you're at. You know, some places are in different areas and you respond differently. Sometimes you have off-base, on-base housing. You're dealing with general public more. A lot of factors. Some people probably dealt with this 100 times. Like I said, I dealt with this probably 4 or 5 times in my career. And we're talking about, I was a dog handler, so they ain't gonna call us to those situations. But probably in 12 years, 6, 7 times, 5, 6 times, if I had to give a number and call it. But I haven't faced it too often. Training, oh man, we train on it, but it's like once in a while. Probably once every 2-3 years. And you go through it a couple times. And of course, man, we might go down a rabbit hole. Security forces training is one thing. Safety is paramount, right? So you can't, and then you're role playing. right? So we can't make this for real, for real. You're role playing. And sometimes that doesn't make the scenario real, if you know what I'm saying. So it just all depends, man. There's so many. It's so hard with these situations because the number one thing is you want to preserve life. So if what we're saying is accurate, the call was potential assault with a deadly weapon. Well, yeah, you go in there and you preserve life. Direct a threat. Usually that's a active shooter situation, but this could be considered one and the same. Direct a threat, go inside the house, and fix a situation. But I will say that one of the issues is that they went to the wrong house. They went to the right house, figured everything out. Maybe they got, and like the mom said, they went to the right house and no guns were drawn. Well, maybe they got a call that the situation, they went to the wrong house. You need to go to the right house, but the situation is under control. The guy no longer has a knife. Well, then I don't need to go in there with my guns drawn no more. So we're only getting one side of the story, but there's a lot more things to this. So let's talk about the impact of the trial, what Charles Davis said, and see if that changes y'all perspective. I'm guessing this is right now. He won't leave his room, is afraid of his own living room, has missed classes and assignments, canceled prom send-off, and driver's ed, and has experienced symptoms consistent with trauma. The family referred to Roger Forster and Breonna Taylor, people killed in similar wrong address police situations. I'll pause there. I won't say that the child is wrong. I won't say he needs to get over it. I'm sure sitting there on your couch or wherever he was at in the living room, on his dining room table or whatever, eating a snack, and two cops come in with guns drawn. Probably pretty traumatic. Won't say that he needs to get over it. I'm assuming he will get over it at some point. Don't know how long it's going to take. Could take 10 minutes, could take 20 years. I don't know. But I don't think what the cops did were wrong. They were trying to help. They were seriously trying to help. So I won't say what they did was wrong. I'll also say I'll start off by saying what they did was not wrong. There's a couple things that kind of look suspicious, like somebody not going around the side of the house, not listening. But the last thing I'll say about this is they didn't apologize. You should go back, check on the kid, say, I'm sorry, we had the wrong address. You don't have to tell them what the call was. That's none of their business. But you could tell them, like, hey, let's call your mom, let her know the situation. The mom's going to be pissed, understandable. Let her know the situation and then move on. So a lot of factors in this situation that I don't know if they could have been avoided. I really don't know if they could have been avoided. It's hard with these situations because if they were at the right address, if they did stop an assailant, if they did shoot the individual that had a knife drawn at whoever, this would be a totally different story. But just by getting the wrong address, because as Wade said earlier, the caller hung up before they can get the whole address. This is now a situation. Last thing I'll say, the biggest concern is the mother believes the base is attempting to cover this up, citing a pattern for security forces incidents at Andrews over the past decade that were similar mishaps or So now you have a pattern of something going wrong and then it goes wrong. Who knows? Charles Davis said, I'm wondering, Pete, with on-base housing on all bases, CONUS or OCONUS, why is there only 2 or 3 years training requirements? So are you saying they are not wrong because you are a former cop. I mean, I have heard you say a lot of other things were wrong on this show. Why is this so different? Honest question. What up, McCoy? What's good with you, bro? 2 to 3 years is just a guess. I don't know the required. Okay, shoot situations, I think are required every 6 months or a year. You have to fire every 6 months and you go through some shoot situations. So that's every 6 months. I know that for sure. I'm not saying they're not. Well, I guess I am saying they're not wrong because I am a former cop. And I understand the situation. There's stuff they did wrong that wasn't by the book protocol, from my estimation. But facing that situation, that's a tough one. It's tough. I will say the number one thing, and I'll continue to say this, where they went wrong was you should go back, apologize to the kid, check on the kid, and wait for the mom to come back and explain the situation. Like I said, you don't have to tell her what the call was. Why did you come out here with guns drawn? Like, ma'am, the situation warranted it. Hey, Spalding. All right, this is what I'll do. Spalding, for you and for people that are just coming in here, I will re-show the incident. So let's go ahead and pull this incident back. Let me see what McCoy said. Oh, McCoy is a former cop. We're talking about use of force. It doesn't really matter. There are people been in 10 years that don't know how to apply use of force because they never been in the situation. McCoy, you're 100% right. And that's why I said it depends on where you're at. It depends on where you're at. Charles Day said maybe security forces should leave situations like this to the professionals, such as off-base police. Even that is dicey, but at least they encounter it more. All right, let's go to the incident, and then I want to address that because that is dicey for sure. Dicey for sure. All right, so make sure this is muted, and this is the incident here. So let me go back. So this is a Ring camera for anybody who didn't see it. The cops are coming up. Obviously, he has his gun out. So he has his gun out. So the call warranted him having the gun out. Now, here's the interesting part. Number one, no rank. Don't know his rank at all. At all. Go up to the door. He tells his partner, pretty much, get your gun out. His partner comes up. Got it. Good to go. Got a gun out. Young A1C, maybe senior airman, maybe one striper, somewhere in there. Young airman coming in there. He has his gun pointed out. They are ready to rock and roll and go to the incident. He walks in. No knock, no listening. No knock, no listening. Hey, McCoy, you're 100% right. He could be an airman basic. Definitely an A1C. See that now. Don't want to put her name out there. So definitely see that. They go inside. Go back a little bit. Opens the first door. Tells his partner, get your gun out. Pushes the door open, looks, and walks right in. He does say, if you listen to the audio, like I said, I can't play the audio. He does say security forces. He does say security forces. There goes his partners, or backup, young lieutenant, and somebody else. And this is just a different video of it, or a different way to look at it. So they walk up. You already seen that. There goes partners. There go another. I just saw that. There go there go another cop car. So the call was serious. The call was serious. Enough for that to happen. Enough for that to happen. That they brought more cops out. The call was serious. I will say that. And there they go walking away. I think I know him. There they go walking away. So when I look at this tells me the situation was under control. I I don't know where her hat's at. I don't know where his hat's at. No big deal. No huge deal, but they don't have their hat. They don't have their berets on. They didn't even pull up there with their berets on. Don't know where they came from. They'd be like, Pete's worried about the beret? Yeah. Yeah, helped you identify yourself. All right, so then they walk to, it looks like they're like, oh crap, we went to the wrong house. We got to go to the right house. And they go to the right house, and that's kind of where the video ends. And then you see him walking out. Tango One response. All right, so that's the video. So let's go through a couple comments. He could be Airman Basic. Yep. It looks like training. It definitely does. Let's see what Hater says. If Air Force trains with local LE, you would probably have more LE incidents on base than you already have. They don't think the same way we do, and the standards are different. Great point. Back to Charles Davis's part. Great point. Damn, they can't buy NCO. Yeah, don't know. Oh, excuse me. The perfect person to have on this, Scott Roy. Yeah, Tango One respond. Yeah, it wasn't no police one. Wasn't no area supervisor or anything like that. So we talked about all the stuff that have went wrong. Now, we saw the other cop car pull up. As a former shirt, Pete, what would you advise the commander do in this situation? This is Scott Roy's base. Hey.
Kaboom.
I don't know if you want to comment, Scott Roy. I totally forgot. I know you're not there. But going on. You know McCoy gonna call you out. He ready. Let me address this one. As a former shirt, Pete, what would you do to advise the commander on this situation? First thing you have to do is an investigation. If they pull their guns out, where the fuck is your ACLs at? Promotion rates are low. Scott Roy, not about to comment. Is an active investigation. Don't do it. Yeah, if it's an active investigation, don't do it, Scott. But we just having fun. But as a shirt, I tell the commander, you got to do an investigation. You got to pull their weapon and investigate the situation. Here's the bad parts with investigations. It's a big Monday morning quarterback thing. As if I look at the video, I'm going to say that they warrant having their weapons back after about 3 or 4 day investigation. Give them their weapons back. There will be a conversation. No comment for me. Just here for the comments and folks taking on the situation. Yeah, I feel you. Be interesting to hear aftermath of what happened. Definitely some training needs to happen. But there's so many facts that can sway this. Hey, McCoy, I was just about to say, what was the call? So some people believe the call was a potential assault with a deadly weapon. Let me go back to, if I go, one of the earlier comments. Caller hung up before a desk sergeant got a unit number for the duplex on base housing. Unfortunate incident, but I take the safety of the general public and responding defenders seriously. I fully support our defenders. This incident response is currently under investigation, so can't go into details. So we won't know that, McCoy. But if it's assault with a deadly weapon, you got to respond that way. Don't have a problem with them drawing their weapons. The address could have been wrong with B-Doc or call. Yeah, McCoy, 100%. It happens all the time. get the wrong car, the wrong vehicle. It happens all the time. Nothing they did wrong. The only thing, like I said, the only thing I will suggest, if the mother is correct, they should have went back and stayed with the kid, called the mom, and explained the situation, especially if they just got the wrong address. Because they really didn't do too much wrong. Couple procedure things, sure. But at the end of the day, if we're talking about the general public and preserving life, I'll give them some grace on this. You are in a high stress pressure situation. You might do some procedural things wrong. I get it. Training and attention to details is a lack across the force. This is one of the many incidents that brings about suspicious actions that is not inclusive with security. Charles, I can't argue with you. The only thing I'll say is it's not an easy job. And you could train as much as you want for these situations. When the situation happens, your blood is pumping. People, 5 minutes seems like 5 hours. 30 seconds seems like 10 minutes to people waiting. So you got BDOT calling what the heck is going wrong. You're trying to get there and you're like, is this going to be my last day on earth? Am I going to walk through this door and 8 people are going to stab me to death? There's a lot of things going through your head going through these situations. Yes, should have explained, but this is a leadership expectations, not necessarily putting that on an airman and an airman back. Can't argue. Can't argue. For the most part, they did everything correct. Hater, you're right. For the most part, it was a couple procedural things. But if the call was aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, they did nothing wrong because all they were trying to do was preserve life. Like I said, what could have been key was going back and checking on them. AAR, we need to get Chief Ass Sergeant Roy some 5 and 7 levels. So watch the video again and get the. So hey, Scott, we did watch the video, right? Bring it up one more time. And the first thing I'll say, and make sure it's on mute. He has no name tag. He has no rank, so we don't know. We don't know. As we see her coming up, first people on scene. Let me see. This looks like an A1C or airman. As we continue, I mean, it's on a Ring camera. As we continue to see, McCoy put some respect on her rank, or his rank, their rank. Obviously is a lieutenant. Obviously, a young lieutenant. And then for him, who has his gun out, so I'm thinking he's a flight sergeant. Excuse me. With that being said, yeah, put some respect on the lieutenant's name. Or excuse me, on her rank, or his rank. Their rank. If the flight sergeant has a gun out, some seriously call happened. I put respect on the people who've been doing this a long time. If it's a lieutenant, it's usually the flight sergeant's going to ride with the lieutenant. 99.9% of the time, that's what happened. The flight sergeant is usually a tech sergeant or a mass sergeant. I'm thinking of Andrews, it is a mass sergeant. He has his gun out. The situation warrants having a gun out. Lieutenant, where the is your gun at? Oh, Struthers, you're super late. But for you, because you my dog, we'll run past the video one more time and a little bit faster. These cops at Andrews Air Force Base got called out to a situation. Don't know what the situation was. Obviously, the guy got his gun out, tells his partner to pull his gun out. That could have been his episode of listening right there. He could have said, hey, I was listening while I was telling my partner to get her gun out. They go inside the house. He does announce self-security forces. Here comes his backup, lieutenant and somebody else. This shows the situation from another angle of them walking up. I want to point out something specific with this. As you see them walking up, I might have to go back a little bit further. There go another cop car into the situation. So the situation warranted 3 cops. Let me see. There go another cop car right there coming up to the scene. So the situation warranted 6 freaking cops. The call must have been urgent and got hung up on. It was urgent enough to send 6 freaking cops. That's a lot. But we go two on 1. So if there's 4 people and then we need 8 cops. There's 3 people and then we need 6 cops. Maybe there's 3 people. So Struthers, that's kind of the situation right there. Charles says no job is easy. I get that. But we must get after training. And with real situations, being maintenance, so-called overlooking details can cause damage to aircraft and even worse, death to, yeah, you're not wrong. Or death to other men, you're not wrong. Scott Roy, I'm being yelled at, Chief. Scott Roy, I'm being yelled at, Chief. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. But yeah, that's the extent of the video. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all we have. The mother is upset because Struthers, they went in there and pulled a gun out on her son. High school son, somewhere between the ages of 13 and 18. And now he's traumatized. He don't want to leave his room, don't want to take driver's ed, don't want to go to prom. He don't want to do anything. He don't even want to go in the living room because he got a gun pulled on him. Understandable. Understandable. And that's what I'm saying. Go back and apologize to the kid. Something went wrong. You didn't shoot him. Thank God. You can apologize. I wouldn't say, hey, bro, my fault. Have a good day. I wouldn't say that. But I would definitely be like, hey, bro, like, thank you, hater. Definitely, sir. Now, are you going to get them to understand? Probably not. What up, EJ? Are you going to get them to understand? No. Nobody will understand. Nobody will understand. Risk perception was high for some reason. Well, the call, some people are saying, is an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. That was the call. Oh, Kaylin. Let me.
Hello, Kaylin. Kaylin.
One more time for everybody who just joined. All right, one more time. I know a lot of people getting tired of seeing the video, but one more time for people who just joined. Aviano Air Base, or fuck, I keep doing it. Air Force Base. A call came in to potentially aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And this was the response seen on a Ring camera. I have to leave the sound off because I don't want to get banned. But young, don't know his rank, young security forces member with another young security forces member. They go up to the door, pull their guns out. They announce themselves. Security forces, don't knock, just go inside, open the door. Correct procedure if somebody has a knife to somebody. They go in there with their gun. You don't hear any commotion. You don't hear anything. Here comes a lieutenant. McCoy puts some respect on her rank, and maybe the flight sergeant walks in there as well. This is just from a different angle. And then we see them leave. Well, we see them showing up from a different angle. We see them leave, and they go to a different house. They don't draw their guns out at all. they had the wrong house. Who was inside the house was a young 13 to 18-year-old teenager who was eating a snack in their clothes, and now they're traumatized. They don't want to leave their room. They don't want to do anything. The mother went to security forces to try to explain the situation or get an understanding. She said the first sergeant and commander both assured her that 4 members were disarmed pending investigation. She said 4 days later, those same cops were still carrying weapons and no investigation has been initiated. No statement taken, no use of force reported or filed. No one contacted the family. Big problem. Big problem. It said that she went to the security forces squadron. She was made to wait. Then loud music was turned on. She believed to prevent her from overhearing the officer's discussion of the incident. It ain't no she believes to prevent. That's 100% what happened. I want to hear what this is our business. I want to figure out what happened. So yeah, I'm gonna turn music up so you don't hear it as well. All right, let's get to these comments. But Kaylin. Yeah, that's the kind of situation. Let's go to these comments. Charles Davis, who is on the side of the family for this. Hey, yo, Devon Scott may not be yelling, but he's about to catch that smoke last week. He was willing to come up the chimney. Scott Roy, good people, though. Yeah, Scott Roy about to. All right, Scott Roy coming back. You're right. But there are TOs, which are black and white, like directions. Security is black and white. Law enforcement is based off officer discretion. There are a lot of gray areas. Lot of gray in law enforcement. He's 100% right. Lot of gray. If that's the call, I'm sorry. His feelings are, holy crap. Come on. You can't say you're sorry. Kid's feelings are hurt. He got a gun pulled on. His feelings ain't hurt. He's a little traumatized. I mean, you got a gun pulled off. Probably his first time. Security forces use of force incidents happen in a split second. Training helps, but way different in the moment. That's why experience is more important. Oh, the wrong house. Yep, the wrong house. Charles Davis says, I'm not going to pass no judgment because, again, it's an investigation, and knowing that security forces only trains on the situation like this 2 to 3 years at a time, I can see why this is big. I don't want to say 2 to 3 years, but yeah, okay, here we go. Stop saying wrong house. Right house, wrong unit. It's a duplex. Thank you, wait. Shoot. Thank you. All right, right house, wrong number, a duplex. Got it. Got it. God, dog, stupid camera. Got it. Russell Wade gonna kill me if I keep saying right house. So there you go. Right house, wrong number. Like they said, the caller hung up. No K is definitely not the same, especially a duplex. If I say 111 20th Street, that's an address. If I say 111 20th Street and there's an A or B and forget to say that A or B, this happens all the time. That does make it more complicated. Yeah, I don't blame the responder. I don't blame it either. It happens. He's not a kid. The responder's damn near same age as Okay. I didn't know about the wrong house when I said, okay, whoa. Right house, wrong unit number. Right house, wrong unit number. So a lot going on. I live in a base house in a duplex, and we have completely separate addresses, not A or B. So that happens. Some places have duplexes that have A or B. Some have A, B, and C. Some have A, B, C, D. It just depends. So it does get especially hard for a security forces member to get an address, go to the address, park farther away so they don't see us coming. We're not going to just go out front and then all of a sudden try to find the right thing. A lot of stuff going on. Bet the person locks the doors when they come home. That's another thing. Thank you, EJ. Don't know why the door was unlocked, especially kids in there by himself. Now you are on base housing. To let me point out something to Charles Davis. People on base housing is relatively safer than living out here in the streets, than living on base, because smaller community, more cops, able to respond faster. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, wrong unit number, regardless, wrong location. Cough. Let's blame whoever created a housing number.
I apologize for my outburst.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you gotta think, man. Security forces, though, trying to find housing numbers, street addresses, and just give me the name of the location. Like, they'd be like, you need to go to CE building, but instead of saying CE, you need to go to 1747 Key Street. I'm like, man, where the heck is that? Like, oh, that's security forces. Got it. That's CE. Okay, just say that. Got it. Yeah, sometimes it's hard. And sometimes it's quite difficult. K, no unit number was given by the caller. Yep, so as Wade says, potentially the caller could have hung up before the unit number was given. They went to the wrong house. I think everybody can agree, and like Hader said, leadership, whether flight, this is why you have an operations superintendent. It's why you have a first sergeant, should get with that member's first sergeant and go over there and apologize to the family and then provide them resources to get the family back to whatever is going to be back to normal. It probably will never be normal, but back to normal. Hopefully that is what's happening.
Scott Roy.
Hopefully that's what's happening at Andrews Air Force Base. The first sergeant of Security Forces Squadron gets with the first sergeant of that member squadron, because I'm assuming they're military members or somebody in that house is military. They link up, they get with the family, they explain to the best of their ability with a Security Forces Squadron member, so a superintendent, maybe
the chief,
and then maybe the flight sergeant. And you don't have to give the family details of what happened, but you need to explain and have sympathy for what happened. Charles Davis said, turning the music up, man. That sounds janky as F. At least if it was downtown, they would have ensured you ushered you out respectfully. Turning the music up is unprofessional. I will say, if that happened, one side of the story, Charles, one side of the story, if that happened, that's a little unprofessional. But I'm trying to figure out what's happening. I don't want you to hear. I mean, there's multiple rooms that you could go into and have that discussion. But if the mother comes up there, somebody should definitely go greet the mother and escort her to a situation or an area where, if tempers fly, anybody else who comes to that building is not aware of the situation. All everyone has is one side of the story. Yeah, you're right. That's all we have is one side, because potentially there's an investigation going on, and the other side of the story will not come out to the investigation over. That's how investigations work. You're only going to get one side. Hader says, if leadership apologizes and explains the situation, the parents would probably understand. This has always killed me about LE. You lose nothing by admitting mistakes. You lose nothing. Yep. You lose nothing. I will say, hopefully they did. And whoever posted, I'm assuming the mother posted this or got this out there. I'm assuming. if they're already 38 hot, they're not going to be like, maybe they would have said they tried to come back and apologize, but I wasn't trying to hear that crap. I was already too bad. So maybe she would have said that, but they haven't apologized. They should. So did they figure out who called? Nobody knows.
Hi, Kaylin. Kaylin.
Nobody has figured out who called yet. But I'm assuming the investigation will come out. I'm assuming since this is getting this much notoriety that it will be released as some aspect so that we can see it. I would give it probably a month, sometimes 2. This one seems pretty cut dry, so maybe less than a month to figure it out. Who in security forces investigates these situations for incident? It could be a number of people. Security forces investigators, the investigation section could get involved. It could be an external thing where they hire somebody else to investigate the situation, but it's usually a security forces member that sees this. According to her comment narrative, the LT did apologize and was empathetic to her. And okay, so there it is. So there it is. I missed that part about the comments. So if the LT did go apologize and was empathetic, was empathized to her and the kid, nothing else can be done. What they did was 99.9% correct. Nothing else can be done. We are not sitting here playing a video game. It's real life. Stuff's going to happen. And it's sad and it sucks and it's not right and it's not the right thing and it's not correct and you could go down any other way, but stuff is going to happen. You are dealing with human beings that are dealing with other human beings. Perception is not always reality. Man, the other side of the story will mess around, be that the little boy prank called. Just kidding. Don't get up in arms. Charles Davis says security force doesn't have an internal. No. We don't have that. We don't have separate divisions. Yeah, because it's a building. Scott, I know you. I mean, Charles, I know you don't understand. So I'm not going, trying to be rude or anything. Just the answer is no. We don't have separate internal affairs. The commander could assign somebody in the unit to investigate it with investigations. That's usually kind of what happens, like another senior master sergeant or somebody impartial to the situation that works in a different section to investigate it if they need to. But no, there's not a whole lot of that. And ultimately, it's up to the security forces commander what he wants to do. In her post, she also stated the commander in shirt reached out as well. Yeah, we said that, Scott. But her rebuttal to that is the first sergeant and security force commander both assured her that the 4 members were disarmed pending investigation. And then she said it didn't happen. But yeah, people reached out. What I was upset about, and to Russell Waite's point and correction, somebody should have went back there and stayed with the kid. Once the situation was, they got the right unit number. Once the situation was deemed safe, somebody should go back there with the kid. Now, would the kid want to talk? Like, in her response, she said the kid had to reach out to her. Now, the kid can reach out to her much faster than we could reach out to her. So, fine. The kid just pulls out a cell phone and says, call mom. And, mom is being called. For us, it takes a little bit longer to go there. So yeah, the kid is going to reach her faster, which is fine. But and to Russell Waite's point, to my point, somebody should stay with the kid because it's a traumatic situation. Fudge, I was a cop. And if I'm on duty and somebody pulls out their gun on me, I'm going to be traumatized. What was her reaction upon receiving the apology? If she didn't care, then she just has an issue with LE. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. That's not her decision. Again, it's a military base. We got guns and ish. Yeah, 100%. It is dicey, man. It's dicey. It's a hard situation to understand. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's not easy at all. So don't know what's gonna happen with this, but I guarantee you to Charles Davis, there will be some training that comes down the pipeline. That's just what happens. I remember some of these people that are on here remember when we had a gate runner situation. Man, we had barrier training 3 days out the week. Barrier training. So there will be some training that happens. Is not being armed up equivalent to desk duty? What is the point of unarming them? They didn't shoot anyone. Because you're carrying a gun and you're facing an investigation, and that has an emotional effect on people, which is being empathetic. No, not being empathetic. Excuse me. Being understanding. If I was under investigation, I mean, I'm going through a lot. And now you have a gun where you are loaded and you could kill somebody. That's why. I don't want you working, carrying a gun if you're going through a lot on your mind. I need you to have a clear head. So we do ask, Charles, to your point, we do ask questions before we start duty. Does everybody feel they are fit to perform this tour of duty? 100% of the time, people say yes, even if they're not, because nobody wants to be that guy or girl. But we do ask the question. If you're under investigation, I don't want you carrying a gun. I really don't. Because it's loaded. I think it's 4 pounds of pressure pulls the trigger. You can shoot yourself. You can shoot somebody else. Before recently, you were the only person with a gun on base. A lot going on. Russell Wade says, anyways, how about the Cowboys since DC pop smoke? Yeah, that boy did pop smoke. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. In the words of the great C. Olsen, shoot 'em up, bang, bang. Yeah, we don't want that stuff. EJ, you as a shirt should know you don't want stuff happening. You don't want stuff happening. But yeah, it's an interesting story, interesting perspective. I'm gonna go ahead and get off. I would say we go get off, but I'm gonna get off since I'm the only one on here. We'll figure out what's going on with DC later. But we are your unpopular celebrities. Thanks for joining us for the show. Thanks for your perspectives. Thanks for everybody's insight. Looking forward to seeing what is going to happen with this later. To a lot of people's points, I'll end it by saying the procedures were not 100% wrong, maybe 99.9% right. Might have been a couple of small stupid things that could be corrected, but that would not have changed the situation at all for the most part. If anything, it probably could have wasted more time. But their time, efficiency, the way they responded, if the call was aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, everything's spot on. So to the young airman, because I can only see her rank, to the young lieutenant, I'll say keep doing what y'all are doing. Don't hold your head down. Hold your head up. This is not an easy job to do. Mistakes will be made. Unfortunately, with this day and age, back to when I was in, when I was an airman, there was not this technology out there as far as ring cameras and stuff like that, because they can capture every little moment, and people like us can play Monday morning quarterback to it. Body cam footage and all that. Nobody had a body cam on, but won't talk about that. So sorry, this you will be scrutinized every step of the way, and everybody knows how you do your job better than you know how to do it, which is a shame. It's a shame. But thank y'all for joining us. Sorry we weren't on the Instagram. See where we're at next week. Mother's Day next week. So go out there and help your moms out. Support your moms. If you take part in those types of things, good luck to you. Have a good week. Enjoy the playoffs. We're starting a couple hours. Game 7s, couple game 7s. Always good game 7s to watch. So enjoy those. And we will holler at y'all next week. Unpopular Celebrities. We out. Peace.